For some crimes there can be no respite. For some crimes there can be no forgiveness. For some crimes there can be no justice. The word dragon brings a certain image to mind. One of a fierce, towering beast clad in armored scale, with wings that can blot out the very sun. The Temple of Veeshan is full of dragons that personify the strength and pride they are known for, all save for one, whose visage stands in stark contrast to all those around him. Dozekar the Cursed is isolated away from the other dragons within the halls of testing. He's small for a dragon, slaying him brings no ill will from the other dragons in the temple, and when he's killed, he drops tears. Many adventurers have wondered who this dragon is and why he bears the title of the Cursed. Thanks to the book Monsters of Norrath, some of these questions can now be answered. I briefly mentioned the halls when I spoke of Zlandakar, and hinted that it was considered to be a fate worse than death. Allow me to explain this ingenuity of dragon cruelty. Those who have allied themselves with the claws of Veeshan can speak with Lindeniara the Keeper, who will bid them to prove themselves against the dragons in the halls of testing to earn some quality armor. Adventurers are told not to worry about slaying these dragons, as all who are killed within the halls will be returned to life by the power of Veeshan. Adventurers can freely kill dragons here without earning the vengeful wrath of their kin. However, what Lindeniara neglects to share is that those in the halls of testing are not there of their own free will, and their return to life isn't by their goddess's mercy. They are criminals, imprisoned and condemned to the ultimate humiliation of being killed by mortals, only to be raised by their goddess after each death, so they may continue to suffer in their shame rather than join her in a glorious afterlife. Such is the fate of Dozekar the Cursed. He is of the first brood, the dragons originally deposited on Norrath by Veeshan herself. They say there are only a few mountains that are older than Dozekar. He was once hailed as one of the strongest dragons on Norrath, yet he has fallen from grace and now lies all but forgotten by dragonkind. Dragons do not speak of the condemned. In fact, it's customary to score even their name from their memory to forsake the criminals completely, which is why no dragon in the temple will speak of what terrible atrocity Dozekar committed to earn him his place in the hall. However, the book gives us a very interesting possibility. Most suspect that Dozekar broke Veeshan's law, that her dragon broods must never mate with dragons of another brood. Dozekar is said to have fathered Carafirm the Sleeper, the prismatic dragon that caused a great war, devastating dragon society, and, some say, threatening Veeshan herself. Suspect, some say, talk about a lore tease. Accepting this possibility would mean that we found Carafirm's sire. He must have inherited his looks from his mother because Dozekar is not the most handsome dragon around. Perhaps it's all those years of being repeatedly killed and raised that has whittled him down to his current state. Underestimating him would be a mistake, however. With nothing left to lose but his pride, he viciously commits himself to every battle to avoid yet another undignified death. Speaking of Carafirm's mother, don't get too excited. I haven't found anything about her. I only know that she couldn't have been the same type of dragon as Dozekar, since she would have had to have been from a different brood to produce a prismatic dragon. Maybe the strain of growing a prismatic egg killed her. Perhaps she knew the fate that awaited her, and didn't allow herself to be taken alive. Maybe she wasn't a willing participant in breaking Veeshan's law. Or perhaps she was, and Dozekar simply refused to expose her identity and accepted the punishment alone. Whatever her fate may be, it's clear that she's not trapped in the halls with Dozekar. Actually, he's the only dragon I've seen in the halls. All of the other inhabitants seem to be drakes, wyverns, and worms. If you're visiting the Temple of Veeshan, perhaps you would like to stop by and give old Dozekar a visit. Just remember to bring your healer. He may not be able to die, but you certainly can. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.